Hey, this is Frank Valente, and today I'm going to give you my absolutely best script on how to call an expired listing. So this is Frank Valente, and I'm going to we're going to talk about calling expired listings. And first, I just want to kind of set the stage, the background for that. So, being able to call an expired or a cancel listing, if anything, is a great, the objective is to do it, to get an appointment, to get a listing, to get a sale, but it's going to become a great skill builder, and it's a great confidence builder. When you're able to go into your market, call a listing on a listing that's been expired or canceled, get an appointment, get a listing agreement, and get that home sold and get paid, you're going to feel like, woo, woo, woo. Okay, it's a great confidence skill builder. Also, it depends on your market. The last several years, it has not been, in my area, a good market for calling expired listings. So you have to know your market, how many are available, how much time you want to invest. To me, it's relatively low cost. It's really, the cost is your time. So is this something you could do? No, but it's another quiver, another weapon in your marketing campaign to add, again, in the appropriate market. Do I absolutely always have a script? Some people they don't like the word script, but I think of it as at least a checklist, okay? And I'm going to give credit to my scripts. They're basically a combination of what I've gotten from Mike Ferry, Sean Kokoska, when I was at Keller Williams. So there's no magic necessarily to the words, although believe me, these scripts are probably better. If you don't have a script, it's better than your script if you don't have a script. So don't try to wing it. And believe me, our clients, the sellers and the buyers, they have a script. So you need to use some type of a script, but think of it, if anything, as a checklist. That's how I like to think of it. I want to get to these points to see if I have an opportunity to get an appointment, to get a listing agreement, okay? Maybe the most important thing I'll say here is you need to smile, okay? I'm kind of a low-key guy. This is something that believe me, I have to struggle with. I have to get myself up. I have to, like Sean tells me, smile and dial, so I got to get my energy level up. And so I have to literally remind myself to smile. It helps when I'm doing this and I'm on the phone. I'm usually standing up when I do this, okay? You're gonna hear the term, maybe mirror, mimic, and match. And this comes from NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming. So think of this, I'm gonna give you a Cliff Note version to this. If, for example, I'm talking to you and you're a potential client and I'm talking too fast, or I'm talking fast or faster than you, your natural reaction is, I'm trying to trick you, I'm just a salesman, okay? Switch it around. If I'm talking to a client and I'm talking too slow, or I'm talking slower than they usually talk, and my rate of speech is just too low key and too slow, sometimes, especially over the phone, they think I'm stupid, okay? So try to mirror, mimic, and match that rate of speech and your tonality. Get your energy up, get your volume up, okay? And that's going to help a lot when you're on the phone. That's kind of, like I said, a Cliff Note version to Neuro Linguistic Programming. And maybe, again, the most important thing also is keep in mind your objective here is to get an appointment, right? You're trying to get or maybe just an opportunity to get an appointment. You're not trying to get a listing over the phone. You're not trying to sell a home over the phone. Just trying to get an appointment. Okay, now we're going to get into the actual script. Okay, I'm back with my script. I'm going to put my reading glasses on. So I actually have scripts or checklists on my desk. I have several for different situations, set an appointment, calling probates. So I'm going to get into it, and then I'm going to stop. I'm going to go through the kind of the why behind the questions that I'm asking, which is maybe the most important thing I think you could take away is the why behind the question. So the opening, and I don't get too hung up on this part, a lot of people do. So I'll get right into it. Break. Hey, I'm looking for Mary. Hey, Mary, this is Frank Valente with EXP. Or I might say, hey, this is Frank Valente. I'm a broker in the area, or I'm an agent in the area. Then I'll stop and I'll go, I'm sure that you figured out that your home came up as an expired, or I may say canceled, listing. Or I may say, hey, Mary, I'm sure you figured out that your home is no longer on the market. Or I may say, hey, Mary, are you still looking to get your home sold? And I stop and listen. I'm going to say that a lot as you go through this. You have to do a lot of stop and listening. Don't overtalk people. Next question. Sometimes I don't use this question if I don't think I need it in the opening. I may, and this is almost like more of a break the ice, get people, I may say, hey, when do you plan on interviewing the right agent for the job of selling your home? Again, I'm smiling. I may chuckle, see what they say. Okay. I may not even need that opening, depending on what they first said to me, because now this is probably maybe one of the more critical questions that we're going to get into. Next question on the script is, Mary, if you had sold this home, where would you go to next? And I'm going to say that with almost maybe like a mad tone on my side. You know, if you had sold this home, where were you looking to move to? Because I want to show some empathy for them. Also, I want to see, it's going to help me on some motivation, because if they're saying, hey, we're moving to Texas because of a job transfer, or we're retiring and selling this home and moving to our second house, or we're just moving down the street, it all is going to affect maybe how motivated they are, which is going to be critical on getting their home sold. And which is what backs up the next question. How soon do you need to be there? Mary, how soon do you have to be there? And again, I'm going to have maybe more of an annoyed, mad feeling that, you know, how soon did you need to be in Texas, right? And when you're over the phone, you're not overdoing it. If you think you're overdoing it, you're probably not overdoing it, okay? Probably one of my favorite questions to ask is, now, Mary, what do you think stopped your home from selling? And again, I'm almost like, you know, inquisitive. Like, what do you think stopped your home from selling? I want to hear what they say. And what they say may not be the reasons, probably not, but again, it's going to help me with their motivation. Okay. And then the next question, and you got to be careful with this one. But it's a great question to ask is, Mary, how did you happen to pick the last agent? Or how did you may be able to see, how did you happen to pick blah, blah, blah? Or how did you happen to pick that company? And almost with it, what we call an upswing, like, again, you gotta be careful, but I'm like, were you stupid for picking that? Why'd you pick them? Right? So you gotta be careful, because maybe that's their son, or maybe it's their best buddy, or maybe it's their nephew, or maybe it's their wife. So be careful on not overdoing it. But again, that tonality and what we have really having that upswing, is going to help. Is going to help keeping them engaged with you. Okay. Okay. Now, again, one of my favorite questions to ask is, what did the agent do that you like best? Now, they may say it may be nothing. Okay. This is their chance, and I'm going to be very relaxed, cool hand. Luke, what did the agent do that you like best? And that, just again, listen to what they say, right? Well, he didn't do any open houses, or their marketing was terrible, or the pictures were terrible. It may have nothing to do with why the home didn't sell, right? But you want to hear what they say. And this is where I kind of get into maybe even almost a whisper and very slow. I'm going to ask this question. Well, Mary, now what do you think they should have done? Okay, and again, listen for their answer. if I could keep going on this script, if I need to, again, my objective is to get an appointment. Okay, I may already be there, I may not. Now, Mary, it sounds like you still need to be in Texas, or it sounds like you still want to move to that home, or it sounds like it is a good time to downsize. I'm curious, what are you expecting from the next agent that you choose? And that question's gonna help a lot, because maybe they already picked an agent, maybe they're gonna be going back to the agent, or maybe they're saying, well, we're gonna wait a couple months, right? So, and all these questions, especially over the phone, you've maybe been on the phone with them for less than a minute. They may or may not be telling you the truth yet, okay? So it's about a 50-50, okay? I asked that question, have you already chosen another agent to work with? Okay, have you already chosen another agent to work with? Again, I want to see what they say. Are they thinking about using, do they have somebody already picked out? I'm going to I want to hear what they say. And then I'm going to try to close for an appointment and say, Mary, I would like to apply for the job of selling your home. Or I may say, again, I'm trying to close for the appointment. Mary, I would like to come over and take a look at your home. Mary, I would like to show you what I can do to get your home sold. I want to hear what they say, okay? And I may get an objection at this point. Probably most of the time I will. And I'm usually going to say, well, are you familiar with the techniques that I use to sell your homes? Or you may say, are you familiar with the techniques our company uses? Or are you familiar with our technologies that we use? Okay, so I want to create some doubt. Of course they're not familiar. So I'm trying to, this is almost like an objection handler to get to that appointment. And then the next question is, what would be the best time to show you? Is it going to be next Thursday or Friday? I'm always going to give them a couple days and a couple times. So if that's the script, that's my checklist for calling expireds. If you got questions on this, please text or email. I'll make you an offer. If you like this, I'll send you a Word copy of it so you could kind of tweak it yourself. And also, if you like to spend 10-15 minutes to go over some common objection handlers, I certainly could do that too. Have a great day.